Hello YouTube, this is Western Kansas Prepper again. Old J.S. Bach for you. I think one of the artists that YouTube cannot knock off my video due to I don't think he has any copyrights left, being 300 to 400 years old. In any event, this is a video on my medical roll that I previously had seen attached to my bug out bag. And if you did not watch my series on my bug out bag, I'm just going to explain how I do these videos for the people who have not. You know, I see a lot of videos for bug out bags and other things, and people, don't explain sometimes, why they have what they have, what their philosophy is, why they want to have it that way. And my purpose in this video, or this probably 3 to 4 parts of videos, is to explain to you why I have my medical roll the way I have it, and why I chose the items which I have in it, and what my philosophy is for using them. So if you came to look at somebody shake out all their crap from their pack onto the floor in about 30 seconds, you came to the wrong place. I won't be doing that. I'll be going through each piece of this bag to show you what all's in it and why I have it. So if that's your game, then hang around and you'll have a good time. Otherwise, there's probably some good, fart videos or something you can go look up. Anyway, so again, I already did my bug out bag video, so this will be on the medical roll. And I had it attached to this carabiner here on my bag. However, it's not a good way to carry it. I'd probably want to carry it on my torso. Maybe I'd latch 2 carabiners down here. It'd be a better way to carry that medical roll, assuming I didn't have another pack or something, like a sleeping roll or something I needed to carry. But this is not a good pack to carry a sleeping roll. It's not really the function. However, the function of the bug out bag is to be able to get away from point A to point B out of danger to a safer location for approximately 72 hours, 3 days, whatever you want to say. This medical roll, although I think it's a good complement to the bug out bag, that's not the real purpose of the medical roll. I can use this for bugging out for 3 days. I can use it for, having to relocate for quite a while. I can use it for everyday camping, whatever. So I just think it's a good addition to have near it, but not to necessarily limit it to that function. Again, as I've shown you, I think in the past video, this is a Blackhawk style medical roll. This is available on Amazon, I believe, for roughly $20. It has some nice Velcro here, which if you pack yours as full as mine, you won't be using much of the Velcro. You'll be using these compression straps to hold it together. It's certainly not watertight, so you need to make sure everything else inside is sealed up. So I will roll that out for you here so you can see. I'm going to move my bug out bag out of the way. And voila, there it is. And again, the nice thing about this medical roll, as opposed to one of those plastic kits, it looks like a little small lunchbox, or like a pouch or something, is this has a lot of clear panels in it, whereby you can see what you're getting to quickly. And if you're the one in peril, then someone else may be able to see what they need to get quickly out of your pack. And they'll have a lot of capabilities in this. Again, I'm going to do a disclaimer here. I'm not an EMT, I'm not an MD, I'm not an RN, I'm none of those things. I've had very little medical training. So certainly, I would defer to anyone with any medical training's knowledge about these topics. I'm only talking about why I have what I have in my pack, and what I know is from what I've read and what I've seen, but by no means am I an expert on this. Anyway, and I have a lot of capabilities in here, and some things I probably don't even know fully how to use, honestly. But if I were in a situation where there was an RN or there was a MD around my campsite, around my bug out site, whatever, they may be able to use some of this stuff to legitimately help someone when I didn't know how to use it to its fullest ability. Okay. If you hear the helper around here, that's my crazy puppy who is running around like a crazy person, as she always does. Okay. So, anyway, this first pouch here, this is probably my favorite pouch. This goes with the edge of the pack, and I put all my tools in this pack, all my medical tools. So when I open this up, it's going to have a lot of tools in here. Actually, before I get into that, well, no, let's go into that. I'll start pulling that out just to show you what all I have in there. I've emptied it out now. It's empty. This is what I have in there. And tools, I need for medicine. I've got disposable scalpels. I've got looks like 4 of them, which those are sterile. They're sealed. They have a sterile coating on the blade. That's good to have if you need to do some emergency surgery, which, of course, I wouldn't advise anybody without medical training to do. But, again, you may be in a situation where there is no doctor and there is no society. So just better to have those capabilities. I think it's better than having or it's at least as good as having a regular blade that you need to then sterilize, as I may need to with some of these other tools. I have a pair of pliers, or tweezers there, rather. Those are very handy in those situations. You would also have to sterilize those with some type of alcohol or whatever you have on hand. I have a small disposable razor, in case the wound site is, where there's hair or whatever. You need to get rid of that to get to the wound. You have a way to do that pretty easily. Small magnifying glass. This is just the most cheapo, basic, magnifying glass I could find. It's plastic, so it's very lightweight. So that makes the pack. Also, another important thing to have in your medical pack, I think, if you don't have it otherwise, this is a Streamlight Stylus Pro. I had another one in my bug out bag. Very bright light. My dog likes it, obviously. Anyway, it's good to be able to see the injuries you're trying to treat. Between, my magnifying glass and my tweezers and my light, I have the ability to get at a small splinter or something that's a little more pernicious. So you see the purpose of that. I have some sterile tools. Well, not sterile, but I have some tools here you need to sterilize. I have some tongs here. I believe they're called forceps if you're medical community. I have some sort of needle-nosed tongs. I believe they're locking tongs, is what they call those. And then I have some medical scissors where you would be able to cut off clothing or whatever else. And another pair of tweezers. I feel like that's a good thing to have. All right, moving on to the second pouch in the series of pouches on this pack. Try to keep the camera a little steadier there. Another thing about this pack is you have these straps on the Black Hawk medical roll where you can jam other items in, and I've done that in such a way that they fit together when I roll it up. I've sort of sacrificed a little organization in this pack. I wish I had more thematic organization here, but I've sacrificed some of that in order to be able to make it all fit. This is analgesic cream, good for sprains, sore muscles, aches. You're in a WRL, HSTF situation, you may injure yourself. You may hurt. It's going to be good to have that. Continuing on in the top pouch here. And then I don't think you can have, if you can, many of these you can fit in here. And it doesn't have to be these brands specifically. But what I have here is a large Ziploc roll to maintain the moisture of various types of alcohol pads. And there's probably, 50 of them in there maybe. And that, again, helps sterilize those tools or your wound site or whatever else. So those are good to have. This is a thermometer and just a simple oral thermometer. I think I kind of prefer to have one of these in my pack as opposed to a digital one, because I don't want to have the extra problem of maintaining, those small batteries for a digital thermometer. So I think these are better to go with. And this one's in a nice case that won't break. So I like that. It's the end of part 1 of this video. Say goodbye.